Hello everyone, welcome back to the live stream. Hello. Yeah, hello. Guys, please let me know if I'm audible or not. Okay. Yeah. Hello Nicholas. Hello Nishchil Thapa. Yeah. Okay. Let's do what? Let's start the class. So as usual, we will start with the quiz questions. Okay. So in your screen you can see the question that can we define a function inside another function in Python? Is it possible? Can we do this? Yes or no? Okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. We can define a function inside another function in Python. Okay. Okay. Guys, your next question is, can default arguments be placed before non-default arguments in a function? Yes or no? So as we know that there are 4 to 5 types of arguments which we can use in Python functions. So there is the type called as default argument. Okay. So your question is, so can we place the default arguments before non-default arguments? Okay. Okay, I can see two no's in the chat. So yeah, those are saying no, it is correct. We cannot place default arguments before non-default arguments, okay, in a function. So yes. Okay, guys, your next question is asterisk args arguments basically the variable length arguments? For that, is this structure is correct? Means whenever we have to use the variable length arguments, is this way of using the variable length arguments is correct or not? Okay, I can see one yes in the chat. Okay, so those who are saying yes, so yes, it's correct. Asterisk args is used for variable length arguments. Now, guys, your next question is yes, Nishil. Yeah, those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay, guys, your next question is can double asterisk kwargs, basically the keyword arguments of variable length, is this particular code can be used to pass a keyword arguments of variable length? Yes, Nishil. For question number 3, it was yes. Now the question number 4, yes or no? Can double asterisk keyword args be used to pass keyword arguments of variable length? Yes or no? Okay, I can see one yes in the chat. Okay, so I'll go with that answer. Yes, again, correct. It can be used. So yeah, those who are saying yes, yes, it is correct. This is used as keyword arguments of variable length. Okay, guys, your next question is that if a function does not have a return statement, does it return none by default? Yes or no? Okay, I can see one yes in the chat. Anyone? Okay, so I'll go ahead with this answer. So yes, okay, yes is the correct option, that if we are not using the return statement in functions, in Python functions, so then the return, it returns none by default. Okay, that we have seen also. So yeah. Okay, guys, your next question is, can functions be assigned to variables in Python? Now this is the very easy one, so I hope everyone will reply. Can functions be assigned to variables in Python? Yes or no? Uh, okay. There is one question in the chat by Nishchal Thapa that doesn't it give error like there is no return statement? No. If there is no return statement, it is not going to give you any error. Okay. You can perform your operations using print or whatever you want to do, you can do it. Okay. It's not necessary that each time a Python function will return only. Okay. It's upon you. If you want to return, then use it. If you don't want to return, so you can directly perform your task also. Okay. So it is not going to give you any error. Okay, so for question number 6, I can see one person is replying yes, can be assigned. So yes, Python functions can be assigned to variables in Python. Okay, it is possible. We can do that. Okay, guys, your next question is it possible to pass a function as an argument to another function? So basically, this question means that can we pass a function as an argument to another function? Can we do so? Yes or no? Okay, yes. I can see one yes in the chat. Okay, two, three yeses. Yeah, so those who are saying yes, it is correct. It is possible to pass a function as an argument uh, to another function. Okay. Uh, Hits Gaming has one question. Yes, bro, you can go ahead with your question. You can ask the question in the chat. Okay. Yeah. So now let's deal with the next question. That is, now based on the previous question, there is one more question. Can a function return another function in Python? Okay. Can a function return another function in Python? Is this also possible or not? Yes, it's gaming. You can ask the question in the chat. Okay. Okay. There is one yes in the chat. Okay. Let's wait for other persons. Let's see. Okay, one more yes. So yeah. So okay, one more yes. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. A function can return another function in Python. Okay. Okay. Now this question, first of all, let me read out the question. Are decorator functions that are decorators the functions that modify the behavior of other functions? So decorator is basically a concept which we are going to see in our uh, today's live session. Okay, in this live session we are going to see Python decorators. So those who have a brief idea about decorators, or those who already have worked with decorators, so they can answer this question. Or those who don't know about it, then wait for the replies. After, in the end, I'll just tell you the answer, and then we will get a brief idea. Although I'm going to explain you Python decorators in this live session, but for I just put this question so that you guys will have a brief idea about it. Okay. Okay, one yes in the chat. Okay, I can see two yeses in the chat. Okay, I'll go ahead with that. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay. Yes, decorator functions are the concept you can say that modify the behavior of other functions, or the feature you can say that can modify the behavior of other functions. Okay. Okay, now based on this only, there is the next question. Now, this question, I assume that only those ones can reply, those who have really worked with decorators. Okay. Now, it is a simple question only, but those who have literally worked with that, they can only reply it. So they can only give the correct answer. So the question is at the rate decorator, okay, name just a shorthand for func equals to decorator name and func? as a parameter. Since we are passing in the decorator function, we are passing the function. Okay. So is this the shorthand for that? Is it so? Yes or no? Okay, one replies there, yes, maybe, I'm not sure. Okay. So you're taking a guess. Okay, it's fine. You can take a guess also. Okay. So I'll go with that answer only. Yes. Okay. So, okay, you have taken a guess, but your guess is correct. Yes. This is the shorthand for function equals to decorator name, and then you're passing the function as a parameter. So it is the shorthand for this particular line of code. So yeah, you're correct. Okay, guys, your next question is, can multiple decorators be applied to a single function? Yes or no? Okay, hello Subham. Okay, yeah, no, brother, it's not like that. Actually, I was traveling. I was out of town. So because of that, I was unable to take the live sessions. Okay. I'm really sorry for that. And it was not fixed that when I'll reach home. Okay. Exact timing was not known to me also. Okay. So because of that, I thought that if I'll have to update, then what date I should update, that when I'll be back. So because of that, I just left it. Okay. Okay, Suvam is saying yes, possible. Siddhi Sai is saying yes, possible. One more uh is saying yes. So yes, those who are saying yes, that multiple decorators can be applied to a single function, it is correct. Okay. Okay, guys. Your next question is, can decorators be used on class methods as well as normal functions? Yes or no? Okay, Suvam is saying, will you continue the live classes every day now? Bro, actually, uh, I'm not sure by every day. I'm thinking to schedule it on the weekends, okay? Or not only on weekends. If we are getting some national holidays on any of the weekdays, so on that day also I'm planning to have the live session. But on the weekends it will be confirmed, okay? That on the weekends I'm surely going to take the live sessions, okay? And if there will be any holiday in between in the weekdays also, then also I'll be take it. Okay, I can see one yes in the chat. Okay, good. So till now, one yes is there. Anyone who knows the correct answer, that is it only the normal functions on which we can apply the decorators, or on the class methods also it can be applied? Okay, yeah. Okay, Siddhi is saying yes. Okay, Suham is saying only on normal functions, I think. Okay, so those who are saying yes, so it is correct, okay, that it can be applied on class methods as well as the normal functions. So in normal functions, yes, and in class methods also the decorators can be applied, okay. So yes is the correct one, okay. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay, guys, your next question is is it true that decorators can add functionality without modifying the original functions code? Okay, yes or no? It's kind of okay. Okay, guys, for this question, I'll give you a hint. It is basically the definition. Okay, now let's see who can give the correct answer. Okay, Anirudh, welcome, Anirudh Goyal. Uh, okay, yeah, yes, yes, okay. There is one yes in the chat. Okay, so okay, I can see two yes in the chat. So those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay. It is true that decorators add some features and functionalities without touching the original function. Okay. So yeah, that's why I have said that it is the kind of definition also of decorators. Okay, guys, your next question is, can decorators accept arguments themselves? It means decorator with Pythons. Is it possible or not? Now, guys, those who know about decorators, then they are replying it, okay? But those who don't know, so you guys no need to worry, okay? Today's the live session is based on that only. Why I am asking these questions? Because those guys knows it. It will be a practice for them. Those who don't know, they will have a brief idea about decorators, okay? By seeing out these questions, okay? So they will know that actually little bit concept if they are getting from these quiz questions, then also it is very much okay. So yeah, that's why I just start with the quiz sessions. Yes, it's possible. Okay, three yes in the chat that the decorators, yes. So yes, decorators can accept any number of arguments and we'll see that how it is used. Okay, so we'll apply the variable length arguments in decorators and we'll see how it is done. Okay, so guys, your next question is, are built-in decorators like static method, class method, and property are the examples of decorators in Python. Okay, so are they are the built-in decorators? Yes or no? Basically, that is the question. Okay, Suam is saying thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Suam, that you are keeping means you are learning Python and you are just in touch. You always join the live session. So yeah. Okay, Suam has said yes. Okay, yeah. One yes in the chat, guys. Anyone? Those who know. Okay, there are two yes in the chat, so I'll go with this. Okay, so yes, these are the built-in decorators which are already present in Python, which you can directly use it, and they all have special use cases that we'll see coming up with different questions. Okay, so now this is the end of the quiz session, guys. Okay, so I hope it was a good practice, those who know, and those who don't know, it was a uh, great learning for you guys. Now, as you know that our whole live session is based on um, Python decorators. Okay, so we are going to see in full detail that what is Python decorators, how it is, how and why it is used. Okay, and what are, then we'll see some real life examples. Okay, so that we should understand the concept of decorators, and what main thing is that what is the use of decorator. Okay, because see, whatever you can achieve through decorators, you can do it in some other way also, but using decorators will do what, it will make the work easy for you guys. So that's why it is a very good topic. So that's why I thought to just continue with this. So as you guys know, Python decorators, now let's just talk about Python decorators. Okay, so before just giving you about the definition, okay, just before I'll just define Python decorators, I just want you to think of a gift. Okay, suppose you have to go to a birthday party or to a marriage anniversary or to any kind of party. Okay, so usually what we do when we are invited to a party or any function or any program, so what we do, we just first think of a gift. Okay, now, this example which I am taking is a very beautiful and very simple example to understand decorators. Okay, so whenever we go to a program, party, or anything like that, so we just first of all think of that what gift we should take. Okay, now if I'll talk about India in in I think many years back, people would gift money directly. Okay, as a gift. But nowadays there are gifts. Okay, but that time also when we are gifting money, we should put in an envelope. Okay, a money envelope kind of thing. So that was also a gift only. Okay, those who remember that days. Okay, when we are going for some birthday party, so our parents used to give 100 or 200 rupees. Okay, like that. Yeah, so now guys, I want you all to think of a gift. Okay, and just you guys just think of a beautiful gift, and till then, I'll write the topic, that is Python decorators. Okay, and let it keep like this. Yeah. Okay. So I think that you guys have think of a gift, a beautiful red, yellow wrapped gift. Okay. Now, what we do? First of all, we go to a shop. Nowadays, we just do online shopping. We just order it. Okay. We have a gift with us. Now, on that gift, what we do? We just pack that gift. Okay. Pack means we wrap it. We wrap it with beautiful papers. We just put a nameplate on that to whom we are giving, from whose side we are giving it. Okay. That is there. Then we just put a beautiful flower. Okay. Okay. Suvam is saying that tomorrow is my birthday, sir. Are you going to gift me? Uh, Yeah, sure. Why not? First of all, happy birthday in advance, Suvam. And for you, from my side, the gift will be that just you will give me the topic for today, for tomorrow's live session, okay? And we are going to put our whole live session on that topic only, okay? So in the end, just give me the topic for tomorrow's live session based on Python, okay? Now, guys, uh, gift. We are on gift, so we just buy the gift and we wrap the gift, okay, with beautiful paper, some nameplates and flowers, okay, on that. Now, now think of the gift which we have purchased without wrapping is what? Is the function, is the normal function for us. Okay. Now, when we do the wrapping on that, okay, to make it more beautiful, to make it more uh, uh, interesting, to make it more surprising, so that if we'll directly give the thing, what will happen? The person will easily guess it. Okay, that what is inside that. But if we'll wrap it and then we will give it, then it will be a surprise for that person also, that he will or she will also wait for some moment, okay, and then he'll unwrap it, and then he'll see that, oh wow, it's so beautiful. Or if it not like it also, then also uh, it will not, he will or she will not tell you in your face. So that is also there. Wrapping has both ways. So yeah, so basically, our original gift is what? Is the function. Okay, is the normal function which we want, in which we want to do our task, whatever task is assigned to us. And the gift wrap, the wrapping which we have done on the gift is what? Is the decorator. Okay, and when we do the wrapping, then what it does, it adds something extra. Okay, it makes it look more good. It makes it look more interesting. Okay, it makes it more surprising. Okay, so it is doing what? When we are doing wrapping, it's just adding some extra layers, some extra features. Okay, so that is the thing. So the gift is the function, the normal function, and the wrapping which we are performing is the decorator. Okay, now, let's just come up with the Python decorator definition, okay? So now a decorator is just a function that takes another function as input, adds extra functionality, and returns it back. So simple. Okay, let me just write it over here also so that it will be easy for you guys. So a decorator is just a function, okay, that does what? That just takes another function as input, adds extra functionality, and then it does what? It returned it back. Okay, it returns it back. This is the very simple and basic definition of decorators. Okay, and you can just conclude that gift example also. So those who have understood, it's good. Okay, those who have not understood, what we can do, we can just go with one more real life analogy, so it will be more. Okay, Suam has replied, I'm kidding, sir. Thank you so much for the action. We learned so much. That's the gift for me. Okay, brother. Now, if you want to give any topic which you are confused in Python, so you can just give me. Okay, we can discuss on that also. So we can do that also. Now, guys, uh, those who have understood, it's okay, it's fine. Those who have not, then for you guys, let's take one more example. Okay, and that is my favorite example. Okay, because that example is based on if I'll tell you, that example is based on my favorite dish, that is pizzas. Okay, so let's discuss. See, uh imagine you guys, you guys want to eat pizza right now. Okay, so what you will do, you will go out, or you will just order it. Okay, so imagine you order a plain pizza. Okay, now I'll do what? I'll just conclude everything, okay, in real time only. So imagine you ordered a plain pizza. Now that plain pizza is what? Is the base function, okay? Is the base function. Now on the plain pizza, you want some extra cheese, you want some extra olives, you want to put mushrooms or chickens, or and there are different paneer. Okay, so you want these things on extra. Okay, you want to add it, some corn, so that these are the toppings. Okay, so what the toppings will do, what when you on the plain pizza, that is the base function for us, you want some extra cheese and alls. Okay, so these cheese, olives, these are what? These are the toppings of that pizza. Okay, so when you add toppings on the pizza, what will happen? Is it going to change the base of the pizza? Okay, if you'll add on the top of the pizza some extra uh, cheese, olives, mushrooms, chickens, okay, is it going to change the base function? No, it's not going to change the base function. But what is going to do? It is just going to add some extra flavors to our pizza. Okay, so that is the thing. It's still a pizza. When we have ordered a plain pizza, then also it is a pizza. When we have added some toppings to it, some extra layers to it, then also it is the pizza only. And it the base layer that does not have changed. But we have added some extra flavors to it. Okay, so if you'll eat a plain pizza, most of we will not like it. But if you'll uh, eat extra cheese pizza, then we like it. Okay, everyone will like it. So that is the thing. Okay, add some extra features. Okay, now I hope you guys have understood. Okay, if not, then just let me know. We can again just uh, I can just again repeat the same thing in different way. I'll try to just make you guys understand in different way. Okay, now those who have not understood till now, so now let's do the programming. Let's go to the programming part and let's see with the codes. Then I'm sure that everyone will understand. Only thing for this using these examples were that your mind should get a clear idea about what is decorator is, and then I'll just directly show you by writing the codes. Okay, so I'll take a very simple example, guys. Okay, now I'll create a function. Okay, I'll define a function without using decorators. Okay, and then I'll add the decorator. Okay, and then we'll see the same line of code. So let's do what uh, let's define a function called as say hello. Okay, basically this function will say hello. Okay, that's why I just put the name also, say hello. And we'll do what, hello, and with the name, and let's call the function. So hello Rahul. So we have passed Rahul as a parameter in the name, and we have got hello Rahul. Okay, that is very easy. Okay, now this is without decorators. We have we just have a function with us that just print hello. Okay, whatever the value will pass to it, it will say hello to that person. Okay, now what we want, now let's do what, let's some add extra behavior. Okay, so I'll do what I want now. I have a situation with me that I want that when I should print or I should call the function say hello. So what should happen? I want to add before before calling the function say hello, means before hello Rahul, there should be some task that should be done, and after calling the function, then also there should be some task that should be performed. These two things I want to add before the function call and after the function call. Okay, and for that, now we'll write the code. I hope now this is clear. Okay, so this example is clear. We have a normal function with us. So now let's just create the decorator, and let's see how we can create the decorator. Okay, let's say we have def my underscore decorator. Okay, and we have put func. Func is what? Func is a function. Func is a function that we are going to pass. So function, we are passing a function as an argument. Then we'll do what? We'll take a wrapper function. Wrapper function means which is going to wrap the function call. Means whatever the function we are going to call, okay, the wrapping will be done inside this function, okay, inside this nested function. That's why I have directly keep the name of the function as wrapper. Now it's not compulsory that you guys will use the name wrapper only, but for understanding purpose I have used wrapper. Okay, so yeah, def wrapper. Okay, and I'm taking a name here, name as a parameter. Now inside it, first of all, I'll do what, I'll just let me just before print, I'll just do what, I'll just call the function. Okay, which function? This function which we are taking as a parameter, that function I'll call it, and I'll pass the name in it. Okay, now there is one thing which I want to do. I want before calling this func, I want to print that before the function is called. Okay, so there will be a print that will print that before the function is called, and then there will be a print that will print after the function is called. Okay, so I'll use two prints here to show you guys that this is one task that I want to perform before the function call. Okay, before the function is called, this print will be executed, and when the function is called, after this print will be executed. So after the function called, okay, and then we'll come out of it, and here inside the my underscore decorator will come out of the wrapper function, and then we'll return the wrapper. Okay, now we have returned the wrapper. Now our decorator function is complete, guys. Okay, our decorator function is complete. Now decorator function is completed, but now we have to apply this decorator function to our normal function, and that is also, there is a very interesting way, and it's very simple also. So we'll see that how we can apply this decorator function to our normal function, okay, that we have to see now. So for that, first of all, in the quiz session also, I have put one question there, okay. So 2 or 3 persons have replied yes also on that question. What you have to do, you have to use the special character at the rate, and then you have to write the decorator name. In our case, our decorator name is my underscore decorator, so I have put that. And just in the next line, in the very next line, what you will do, you will call the function. So let's say this is my function name. I'll just copy it and paste it over here, okay, now like this. And now let's just execute it. Now guys, you can see the output of it, okay. I have just called means I have created the say hello function, and I've just called that function, okay, say hello with the value Rahul, and you will see the output before the function called, okay, then this function is executed, okay, and then after the function called, the print function has been executed. So now you can clearly see in the output what happened here, okay. This say hello function is basically executed, okay. So before this function, this print function is executed, then the function call is there, and then this print function is executed. Now guys, you can replace this print with some task also, okay. You can replace this print with some task also. Suppose you want to perform some task before calling the function, so you can do there, okay. Then you can replace this print function also, and in place of this print function you can do your task, okay. Suppose if there is some task which will be performed only after the function call, so you can do that also, okay. So this is the decorator. What it is doing is just adding some extra features. Means see, in the previous program, in this one, it's just simply printing hello and whatever the value you have given. So I have given Rahul, so hello Rahul, we are directly getting it. But I wanted, or just we wanted to add some extra layers to it, okay, before calling the function and after calling the function. So for that purpose, the decorators are there, okay. I hope from this it is very much clear. Uh, okay. Pelumi is saying, yes, I have already run it from Hello Rahul. Okay, that's good. Pelumi is saying, I have already seen it. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So stay tuned up. We have more questions. Okay, let me just complete with the explanation part. Then we'll practice more questions. So you can also practice from that questions. Okay. So yeah, just wait for a few minutes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, now let's do what? This was one of the way of using decorators. Now, in this decorator, you will see that I have used a single parameter over here, okay? That is name. Now, what if you want multiple parameters, or what if you don't know that how many parameters we'll need, or how many parameters our function, our normal function will have, then what we can do? So then we can, there is one more approach of that, okay? So let's see that. So now what we are going to do, in the next uh, program, we'll basically use the variable length argument and the keyword variable length argument and how we can use it. Okay, that we are going to see. This will do what? Using this variable length argument and keyword variable length argument will basically make our decorators works with any number of arguments. Okay, let's see that. So now I'll do what? I'll create a logger. Okay, basically this function, this decorator will give some uh, information about the function which we are calling. Okay, with how many parameters we are calling it, and okay, that type of information. So that's why I keep it logger, and then I'll create the wrapper function. In the wrapper function, now I don't know that how many parameters is going to be used by the normal function. So then I'll just use this variable length argument. For that, I have used asterisk args. For keyword variable length argument, I have used double asterisk kwargs. Okay. So people who have seen the previous live sessions, okay, or gone through our channel, okay, or those who already know about Python, they will know about this. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll print some values just like function name will print it. Then we'll print the parameters, the arguments. Okay. So with arguments, and we'll print the args and the kwargs. Okay. And that's it. This is what we want to do before calling the function. Before calling the function, we want that this information should be printed. Okay. And then we'll call the func, which we are taking as a parameter here. Okay. So that function will call it, and in that function also we'll pass this args and double asterisk kwargs. Okay. And now come out of the wrapper class and we'll return the wrapper function. Okay, now our decorator is completed. Let's just apply it in our normal function. So what we'll do, at the rate logger. Okay, because logger is the name of our decorator, so that's why at the rate logger. And in the very next line, now I'll create a function for addition. Okay, that will take two parameters, a and b, and I'll return a plus b in it. Okay, and let's just print add, because I'm using return, so that's why I'm using print. Okay, I can store it in a variable also, the function call of add, and then also I can print that variable, but I don't want to do that. I just directly I can call the function inside the print also, so I'll do that. I'll go with that only. So 5 comma 3 is there. Okay, and let's just execute it now, and let's see the output that calling. Okay, and now see the output here. Calling the string, then function dot underscore underscore name underscore underscore. It's basically prints the name of the function. So name of the function is add, which we are getting from here, that we are getting. Then the string with arguments, and then args values is 53, and kwargs we haven't used these parameters over here, so that's why it is empty. And you can see the output 5 comma 3. Okay, and then the value is also there, that is 5 plus 3 is 8, so we are getting 8. So this was using the variable length arguments. Okay, I hope this is clear, guys. Okay, I hope that these things are clear. These examples you guys have understood. Okay, any problem related to this program or the previous program, anyone? Okay, if there is any problem regarding this, any two of this is the first program in which has shown you the simple use of the decorator, and then the very next program is for using the variable length arguments. We have seen the decorators. So guys, please do thumbs up uh, in the chat if you guys have clearly understood this. If not, then please say no. Okay, so that I can explain it again, because now if we'll go ahead, then there will be I'll go some further on further topics, okay? Means I'll add more features to it. So it should means this should be clear. Then only you guys will understand that. Okay, Mahesh Yadav is saying, can you explain once? Okay, okay, yeah. Okay. Uh, one more is yes, sir. For me, it's clear. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay. See, Mahesh, uh, let's talk about this code. Okay, this is the normal program for creating a function. Okay, to say hello to a person or to say hello to any person. Okay, so I can see the code. Say underscore hello is the name of the function. You're taking a parameter as name and you're printing hello name. And then there is Rahul with you. So I am calling the function say underscore hello with a value Rahul, and we are getting output like hello Rahul. Now, this is the normal program, okay? Now, I want to add some extra features to it. It means features means that when I want to call the function, so at the time of calling, I want that before calling the function, some I want to print some string values, and after calling the function also I want to print something. Okay. So for performing these means for adding these two things, what we have to do, we have to use decorator. Now, how to create a decorator? Okay. So for that, this is the code. Okay. Now let's talk about this code. First of all, you have to create a function, only a simple function, and you have to give the name of the decorator. So I have given my underscore decorator as a name. Now, this decorator has a ability that it will take a function as a argument. Okay, so that's why I have written here func short name for function func. Okay, so I have passed a function over here. Okay, then what I'll do now, our next task is that we have to create a wrapper function. Okay, so we will create a nested wrapper function that will basically do what? That will basically wrap the function call. Okay, so this is the function func. So we want that whenever we call this function func, so whatever the task we want to perform before the function call and after the function call, that we want to do here. So that particular thing will perform inside the wrapper function. Okay, now let's just talk about the wrapper function. So for creating the wrapper function, def wrapper, and we have taken name as a parameter, so name. Okay, then we have called the function, as you can see, func with the value name to it. Okay, with the value argument name. Then I want to print something before the function call. So I have used a print function before the function call, print, and I have just simply written before the function called. Okay, and then I want one more string to be printed when the function is called. So I have used the print function and then I have just written after the function called. Okay, so these two things will be done before the function call and this will be done after the function call. Okay, that is that is all about the wrapper function. Okay, then coming out of the wrapper function, on inside this my decorator function, what we are doing, we are just returning the wrapper. Okay, so return wrapper. Now you have successfully created your decorator function and you have successfully wrapped your function. Okay, now you have only wrapped it, but on which function you want to apply it, that is not done yet. Okay, that thing we have not seen yet. So for that, for applying a decorator to a function, this is the syntax which you have to follow. The syntax is that you have to use the @ symbol, then the decorator name which you'll get from the here my underscore decorator. So you'll write my underscore decorator, and then whatever the function you want to apply it in the very next line, means in the very next line you will write the code for that function in which you want to apply your decorator. So I have already the function with me, hello function, say hello function. I've just copied it and I've just pasted it over here. Okay, now now this decorator my underscore decorator, all the properties of this decorator is applied to this say hello function. So whenever I'll call this say hello function with some value in it, okay, just like same value Rahul. So what will this decorator will do? It will basically put this say hello as a parameter and will pass it over here. Okay, then it will go inside the wrapper function. Then it will call this print function. Then it will call the say hello function with the name as a parameter, and then it will call this print function. Okay, so that's why when we are calling the say hello function, first of all we are getting before the function called, then the function is executed, and when the function is executed, then we are getting this after the function called. Okay, so I hope this example is clear. Okay, if this example is clear. Okay, Suvam has a question. Yes, you have to return the wrapper function only. Uh, okay, bro. Okay. If you don't mind, could you teach me about the class method and starting? Yes, bro. We'll go ahead, but there are more people who are learning from basics. Okay, so let's that questions I have already put. Okay, so we are going to see that questions also, but for let we just first learn about the basics and then we'll move ahead with that also. So stay tuned up. We'll see everything, each and everything. Okay, so I hope that is clear and you have understood the decorators. Okay, now, okay, if you'll change the function name to def wrapper one, so you will return wrapper one. uh yes, one more reply is there. Bhaskar Kumar Dhanal Kota is saying, would you please share the real-time business case with relevant example? Yes, bro. We have questions based on that also. We have all the questions based on uh real life cases only. Okay, in that we'll include business also. Just stay tuned up. Okay. Okay, guys. I hope till now it is clear. Okay. So let's move forward. And now the next thing in the decorator that we'll see is see. What we are doing here in the previous two examples, we are just directly calling the decorator. Okay, okay, simply. Now, sometimes there will be situations that we want arguments in our decorator also when we are calling the decorator. So we want to put arguments on that also. That is the thing also. So then, uh, I hope, let me just write it, decorator with arguments. Okay. Now, sometimes you guys or our decorator itself wants to accept arguments. Okay, for example, repeat a function multiple times. Okay, repeat a function multiple times. If we have to create a decorator for that, then how we can do that? Okay, so I'll take the same example here also. Okay, in this example we'll basically see that how our decorator is also taking some argument. Okay, that is our main task, and that is what we are going to see. So let's do the coding. Okay, okay, so now you will see one more extra layer. Okay, guys, so I'll create a method called as def repeat. In this I'll take a parameter called as number of times. So in short I'll write num underscore times. Okay, in short I'll write num underscore times, and then what I'll do, then I'll create my decorator. So def decorator, our decorator will take the function as a parameter, then the wrapper function, Okay, in the wrapper function, it is a good habit to always use the variable length argument and keyword variable length argument, because see, most of the time we don't know that what kind of function is will be there on which we have to apply the decorator. Okay, so because of that, it's a good habit, or it is recommended also, that in the wrapper function always use the arbitrary variable length arguments. Okay. Yes, Subham, surely I'll do that. Okay, surely I'll do that. In some of the video, in some of the live sessions, I think I have done that also. Okay, but surely I'll do that today. Okay, so yeah, uh so yeah, wrapper function is completed. So it is said to always use the variable length argument also only. Okay, because uh, because we don't know about the function on which we are going to apply the decorator, that how many parameters that function will be taking. So because of that, you can use this. Okay, now let's just do what I'll do what I'll use f string, and I'll just run how many times. Okay, first of all, I'll take for I in range, and this loop will be executed how many times? So this much times. Whatever the value will take, that much time our loop will run. Okay, so num underscore times. So how many times? Num underscore times. Okay, and then I'll do what? I'll just print I plus 1. Now, why I'm using I plus 1? I'll show you guys. Okay, I'll show you guys why I'm using I plus 1 over here. But for now, just wait. On the output, I'll explain it. Okay, kwargs. So we are returning the function. So each time, okay, one more mistake. This should be inside the function, inside the loop. Okay, yeah. Now, what will happen? Basically, we are using the loop. So in the first run, it will say the time. What is the time? The loop is what's the uh, time is basically what's the loop time. Okay, first run, second run, third run, like that. Okay, and then that much time the function will be called. The same function will be called that much time. Okay, then coming out of the wrapper function, you guys will return the wrapper. Then coming out of the decorator function, you guys have to return the decorator also, because you can see the mapping how we have done it. Okay, the mapping of uh, these three nested functions. Okay, one is the repeat. This will allow us to just directly give argument to our decorator. Then there is the decorator function, which is taking parameter of the function. Then we have the wrapper function, in which we are going to wrap the function, or we are going to perform our task. So in same manner, we have to return also. So coming out of the wrapper function, inside the decorator function, you'll return the wrapper. Then coming out of the decorator function, so just align this one. Okay, align this lines. So coming out of the decorator function, inside the repeat, you will return the decorator. Now your decorator function for uh, for enabling the decorator itself to accept arguments is created. Now let's see how we can use it. Okay, that we have to see. So first of all, I'll just create a simple function. Okay, for greeting, I'll take a parameter as name, and I'll just simply print the same thing, uh, which is hello and the name. Okay, hello and the name, and now I'll apply the decorator. So now I'll write the repeat. Okay, this one, repeat. And how many times repeat it? So I'll just use num times, okay, equals to let's say any value, just take 3, okay, 4, 5, whatever value you want to take, you can take it. And now we'll do what? We have to call the greet. So call the greet with, suppose, Karan. So now you can see the output: run 1, hello Karan; run 2, hello Karan; run 3, hello Karan. So basically the same function is being executed 3 times, okay, based on the num times which we have assigned as 3. and in real time also the number is being increased, means we are getting run 1, run 2, run 3. Now for getting run 1, run 2, run 3, I have just add I plus 1. Okay, because by default the range starts from 0. So if I'll not add I plus 1, so it will give you 0, 1, 2. Okay, you get run 0, run 1, run 2. So I just don't want like that. I want the real time counting, because our counting will go till 3 only. So most of the people will confuse. So that's why I have add I plus 1. It's not a astronaut theory. Okay, it's a simple normal thing. Okay, so yeah, run 1, run 2, run 3, and each time in each run the function is being called, and we are getting our output as hello run, hello current, hello current, and hello current. Okay, so main thing about this codes man, this program was that how we can add, okay, how we can add a parameter, or you can say a argument to our decorator also. Okay, okay, is this clear, guys? If it is clear, so I'll move it with one more thing, one more concept which we have seen in our quiz session also. There was questions on these topics, okay, on our quiz session also, so we'll just see that also. So if it is clear, please guys, please let me know. Okay, and if anyone have any question regarding this solution, so again you can ask it. Okay, it is open for all. So yeah, guys, you can go ahead, you can ask questions, or if no questions are there, then I'll move ahead with the next thing in decorators. We'll see the next thing in decorators. Okay, so okay, there is one question by Subham. Sir, can't we use only one function and do it like this? Okay, okay, you have shown it. Def decorator num times func. Okay, in the decorator, see Subham. In the decorator, it takes a function as a parameter. Okay, so if you'll give the num times as a parameter, so it can be executed, but it not be at real time. Okay, so the approach which I have shown you, it's basically a standard way. Okay, it is a standard way in which we are using, it is called as two function approach. So basically, when we use one function, the behavior is fixed. If you want a flexible behavior with parameters, then we use the two functions approach. Okay, and we can use that also, but for that I think we have to then take up help from other built-in libraries. Okay, just I think from func tools we have to use partial. Okay, and there are different more of methods or classes which we can use. Okay, so and then for doing that we have to use some extra modules also. Okay, and what I have shown in this, it is the standard way in which you can see that you don't have to use any library or any module over here. Okay, so yeah, that is the thing. There is one more way, Sumam, what you can do. uh, if you don't want to use this extra layer, so what you can do, uh, you can keep you can remove this. Okay, you can remove this line, and in the range, instead of giving num times, you can directly give 3. Okay, or how many times you want to run, that you can give it. So then also it will be executed, but what will happen then, this thing will be gone. Then you cannot give the real time value. Okay, then it will be fixed. Whatever the value will give inside the loop, based on that it will run. And on real time you cannot change it on the decorator. Okay, so now let's just do what, let's just move ahead now, guys. If you remember on the quiz session, uh on the quiz session there was one question saying that, is the decorators are only on can be used on normal functions, or it can be used on the class methods as well. So let's get, everyone has said, the people were confused on that. No and yes were there. So now let's just do what, let's just do the programming for that, and let's see that, can we do it on, means we know that we can do it on normal functions that we have seen, can we do it on class methods? Let's see that. So let's do what, let's create a log decorator. Okay, that will give you the information about the method. So yeah, and the wrapper, and method, then we'll print the method name. So func dot underscore underscore name underscore underscore and called. Okay, that this function with this function name is being called, and then we'll return func with these values. Okay, then coming out of the wrapper function, will return the wrapper function. Now this is the decorator function is created. Now we'll create the class. Okay, so I'm just taking a normal I'm creating a normal class. Okay, just to guys, just to let you guys know that, yeah. Okay, so class person, and I'm directly applying the decorator log. Okay, let's create a function, say name. Let's let's give some value. Let's print some. Okay, now let's just, our class is completed. Let's do what, let's create an object of the class, and now let's just call it. Okay, okay, so now you can see the output, that method, then we are getting this return, the function name, the method name basically, that is say name called, and then the task which you are performing, that we are basically printing that my name is whatever my name, the value we have passed, that we are getting. Okay, okay, Suvam has said, thank you so much, sir, for the first time I have understood decorator. I watched so many videos but never understood clearly. Thank you so much, sir, for your. Oh, it's okay, bro. Okay, I it's Thank you to you that you I can see you are continuing, just you are learning Python. Okay, just learn it. Okay, if you are getting to know something, that is the gift for me. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so guys, now from this example, it is clear, okay, that the decorators can not only be applied to the normal function, but it can be applied to a class method also. Okay, so yeah, so just let me write it over here, and decorating functions or decorating class methods too. Okay, now I think person, there was one person in the chat who was saying that he want to know some business cases. Okay, so bro, I don't have that much idea about business cases. Maybe with next live session I'll come with that questions. Okay, but I can show you a real time use cases of decorators. Okay, which I have with me. So okay, let me show you that. So in this program, what we are going to do, we are basically we'll see that we'll create a function and we'll see that how many time that function is taking to get executed. Okay, so basically we'll take that decorator will tell you the function execution time. Okay, so we are going to calculate that. So let's do what, let's create a decorator program for that, which will calculate the time. So let me just give it a name, timing function execution. Okay, or let me write it calculating the time, or not calculate. Yeah. Now for guys, for this, for calculating, obviously we are going to calculate the time. So we need to import the time module first. Okay. Now time module is imported. Okay. We have imported it. Now we'll play with the time module and let's see how we can do that. So first of all, let's create the decorator name. So timer func. Okay. And so we have a decorator named as timer, which is taking a function as a parameter. Okay, now you guys will be friendly with this. Okay, same syntax will be used every time. And then we'll create the wrapper function. Okay, so args and kwargs. Now, guys, inside the wrapper function, what we are going to do, inside the wrapper function, uh, we will first store the starting time when the function is just getting to be start, means just when we are calling the function. So before that we'll store the start time of the function, and after the execution uh, we'll just store the end time of that. Okay, that when the function is being executed, after the execution, the end time. So we are going to store both the times, the start time also, then we'll call the function, and then we'll store the end time. Okay, and then we'll just simply print the difference between the end and the start. Okay, and then we'll get the time. So I hope the concept is clear. Now that concept we are going to put it in code and we'll see. So because of that we have used the time module here to store the times. So I'll create a start. Okay, a start variable object, whatever you want to say. Okay, using the time module I'm storing the real time okay, when the function is called. Okay, I just got fumbled. Yeah, then I'll call the function. Now I'm calling the function also in result. Okay, so what will happen, then I'm going to, before returning the wrapper, I'll just return the result inside the wrapper function. Okay, args asterisk asterisk k wargs. Okay, now this is the function which we are storing it in a variable called as result. then the end time. So for the end time, we'll again do the same thing, just we have to do it in this start time. Okay, in the end time. Now we'll print the difference, that is a string. Okay, function dot. Now you guys, I think now you guys will already know that use this attribute underscore underscore name underscore underscore will give you the function name. Okay, so I'm just printing the function name and took how much time. So for calculating the time, now you guys only tell me, we have the end time and we have the start time. So we can easily do what? End minus the start, and we'll get the time taken by the function to be executed. Yes or no? Yes, obviously we can do that. So we are doing that only. And I want the values to be round off to 4. Okay, 4 floating points only, because it will be in seconds. So maybe it could give seconds and dot and then some milliseconds. So I want it to round up to 4. Okay, values only. So that's why I have used this technique. I hope most of the people will know this. Okay, and if not, then tell me. It is a topic of strings. Okay, result. Okay, inside the wrapper we are returning the result, and then coming out of it, inside the timer will return the wrapper function. Now our decorator is successfully created to calculate the time. Now what we will do, will basically now again the same approach, that is we will apply the decorator to our normal function. So let's create the normal function whose time we want to calculate. So I'll just create a compute square function which will take n values, okay, n number, and I'll do what? I'll just simply return using list comprehension a list of square values, okay, a list of square values till the value which will give, which is n, okay, and this n will be will getting from the function call. Okay, let's call the function now. So compute square, let's give 10,000. Okay, let's call the function. Just execute the program. So we'll get this. Okay, so we'll get all the values, but before the values, as you can see, compute square means compute underscore square, that is our function name, took 0.0020 seconds. Okay, so now you can see for calculating 10,000 square values, okay, starting from 0 to going to 10,000. Okay, and you can see the output is so massive. Okay, you will get 10,000 values here. Okay, inside a list, and it has been done in just this much amount of time. Okay, what we can do, uh we can just increase the value and then again call the function in order to just that it should take some more time. Now you can see the time, because I have just increased the value very gradually. I don't know how much zeros I have added. Okay, I just randomly put zeros. Okay, so yeah, now you can see the time has been increased and it has taken 2.3350 seconds. Okay, guys. So I hope you guys will like this code. Okay, this program. And now this is what the real use case of the decorators, and you can see that so beautifully it is just giving you the time taken by any function. Okay, so if you have two three functions, suppose if you have two three functions, and on those two three functions you want to calculate, suppose for one task only, you can create I have already told you in each session, I tell you that for solving one approach in programming you have two three ways. Now what if you want to find the best way? So how you can find the best way? Time complexity is one of the thing. Time complexity and space complexity, these are the two things. Okay, so because we are in now in we don't deal with so much big data, so space is not that much big deal if you're not dealing with that amount of data. Okay, so if you want to tell that what a function is efficient, so most of the time people make it efficient or tell efficient in the context of time complexity only. So you can see the time here. So if you have functions in this, we have just simply return using a list comprehension. Okay, now there will be more ways in which you can just do it, do the same thing. Okay, so you can check all the ways, you can create functions, you can apply this decorator timer, and you will get the timing for each function. So from that you can say that which function is more efficient in context to time complexity. Okay, so okay, yeah, that's it. That is the thing. So this is one of the real life examples, or you can say the real life use cases of decorators. Okay, now guys, any problem in this program, so you guys can let me know in the chat. Okay, so what we can do, I'll just again explain you, so it will be more easy for you guys. Okay, and if not, so then now I think that we have seen everything about decorators, so now we can go ahead with the problem solving. So I have a number of problems with me, and we'll just solve the problems. So it will do what? It will basically give you a great learning experience by solving real time examples. Okay, and you guys, those who have sit with systems with them, so you guys can also try it in your system, because now you guys know everything about decorators, so you can try it. Okay, so yeah, so guys, just let me know if there is any problem or not. Okay, no sir, clearly understood. Okay, and one more thing, nice programs and great. Okay, yeah, thank you. Anyone who has problem in this particular program can ask me now. Okay, I think that uh there are, I now, if anyone is not replying, so it means that everyone has understood it. Okay, so let's move to next program. Okay, you can see that it is so big in number. Or let me just basically clear all the outputs. Yeah, and let me just do like this. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead with the next problem. Okay, now one more thing. There was one more in quiz session. There was one more question which I have asked to you guys, which was, can we apply two decorators on one function? Is it possible to do? So people were confused. Uh, Many of you have said yes, some of you have said no. So it means majority was confused. So let's find the answer of that. Actually, the answer was yes. Answer is yes. Yes, you can apply multiple decorators to one function. Let's see how. So we'll just quickly create, or let me just first write apply two decorators on one function. Okay, and I'll do what? Let's create two decorator. So def deco1. Okay, I'll pass the function. Then I'll create the wrapper function. So just quickly create the wrapper function. And I'll do what? I'll not put anything inside the wrapper. Okay. If you guys want, you guys can do it. But because for now, I know that whatever the function in which I'm going to apply this decorator, that will not take any parameter. So because of that, I'm not taking any parameter. Okay. But if you guys want to take, you can take it. Okay. Taking is a good habit. But when you know that where you want to apply it, so then no need of writing, okay, or typing your code. Now, one decorator is completed, guys. Okay, def deco one function is a parameter which we are taking. Then the wrapper function. In the wrapper function, we are just printing a simple thing that this is deco one, or let me just make it more clear. This is uh, decorator one. Okay, then we are calling the function. Then again, we'll do the same thing with deco two. So I'll do what? I'll just copy it and I'll paste it over here and I'll change the function name, that is from deco 1 to deco 2. Okay, so deco 2 func def wrapper, and then from decorator 1 I'll just change it to decorator 2, and I'm again calling the function. I'm returning the wrapper. Okay, now this is what we have done. We have created the two decorators. Now what we'll do, how to apply these two decorators on one function, that is the main thing. Okay, that we want to learn. So first of all, I'll create the function. So def task. Okay, and in the print I'll do what? I'll just print task running. Okay, so this is what I have printed it, and this is what I want to print. And I'll just do what? Okay, see, task, and I'll call the function task. Now I have to apply the decorators, the two decorators. So what I'll do, first of all, I'll apply the first one. Okay, now I have to apply the second one. So in the very next line, I'll do what? Where I have called the deco one, then in the very next line, I'll call the next decorator, that is deco two. And then in the next line, if there is one more decorator, I'll apply that also, but doing the same thing. And then there is the task. Let's execute this program. And decorator one, decorator two, and task running. So first, which decorator got executed? First, the first decorator got executed, that is deco 1. Then deco 2 got executed, and then the task got executed, that is task running. Okay, let me do what? One more time, I'll just call the task. So now from this example, guys, you can apply multiple decorators in one function. That is possible. Okay. Okay, I can see one question in the chat by Bhaskar Kumar. Okay, he's saying, please explain in detail how the arbitrary variable and the arguments are leveraged and the execution process. Okay, means how they are used in this program and what is the execution process behind this time. Okay, okay, you are talking about this one in this program. Okay, okay. See, brother, I have understood your question, and I hope that you are asking that how. this is working here, okay, how this variable length arguments are being used over here, and then I have to explain the execution. Okay, so let's do what, let me explain you. Okay, see, first of all, you have imported time. I think that is clear. Okay, then we have created a decorator timer which is taking a function. Okay, that is understood. In the wrapper, see brother, there is one thing, that is uh, this asterisk args collects all the positional arguments, okay, into a tuple format, and this double asterisk kwargs collects all the keyword arguments into a dict format. Okay, so if you'll talk about a generic decorator, okay, so you don't know the signature of the function which you are going to wrap. Okay, uh, suppose this is the function, uh, this is your function compute. Now this function could be like this also, f fx. Okay, it can be like this, or it can be like this, uh, g a. Okay, g is the name of the function a, then b equals to 2. It could be like this also, or it could be like this also. Anything, any, means we don't know that, means we actually don't know that. I have told you many times that the function in which we are going to apply the decorator, we don't know about that function. Okay, see, when you know it, then it no need to just use the variable length and keyword a variable length. Okay, just like in this example, I was knowing that I am going to create a method called as a function called a task, which is not going to take any number of parameter. So what I have done here, in the wrapper and in the function, I'm not taking any parameter. But in the next, when there is functions in which it is not clear, so then it is a good habit to just use the asterisk args and double asterisk kwargs. Okay, these are the ways of taking parameters in functions. Okay, so these are a type of parameters, you can say. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, when this is clear, let's talk about the execution part. So we have created a decorator. A decorator is what? It is a function which wraps the normal function and adds some extra behaviors to it. Okay, so our normal function is what? This is our normal function. Okay, we have created a function which will do the square till the number n. So if I am giving 100, so it will do the square of numbers till 100. So it will start from 0, it will go till 100. Okay, okay, that is that is clear. Now I just wanted here to print the total execution time taken by the function. Okay, so for that I have to create a decorator here. So I've created a function called as timer, which is taking a function as a parameter. Then I've created the wrapper function, and I have used the variable length arguments. Okay, arbitrary and keyword, both I have used here, because I don't know that to mean, suppose there is this one function, then there could be more functions whose time I want to calculate. Okay, and that functions will be taking dictionary, in dictionary, the parameters, or it can be taking any number of parameters. Okay, so because of that, I have used both the ways, variable length also and keyword arbitrary length also. Okay, now what I'm basically doing here, I'll just store the start time and the end time both, and in the middle of the start and the end, I'll put my function call. Same thing I have done here. I have first reported, or you can, so we can say, stored the start time. Okay, using the time module. So time dot time, in which we are storing the start time. Then on result variable, we are calling the function. Okay, and then we have stored the end time. And in the end, we are just printing the end minus the start. So the end time is with us, the start time is it with us. So what we can do, we can calculate the total time taken by the function, that is end minus the start. Okay, that is it. And we are just rounding it up to four floating point values. Okay, and we are using the attribute underscore underscore name underscore underscore that gives the function name to us. Okay, and that's it. And we are returning the result. Coming out of the For wrapper function, we are returning the wrapper inside the timer function, and this is the way how you apply the decorator at the rate timer. And the very next line you write the function name. So def compute square. How many values I want to go till 100 values. So I have called the compute square till 100, and now when I'll execute it, it will give you the time taken. And now it is so fast because I have taken only 100 till 100. It's so fast that you are getting this time. If I'll remove the round off, then it will give you some 14 point values. Let me increase it little bit. So maybe it will take, yeah, now you can see 0.0015 seconds. So basically this is the way how you calculate the time execution of a function. I hope you have understood. If not, then now clearly, if you will just mention the question in more detail, so it will be more easy for me to understand the question so that I can explain you in more detail. Okay, bro? So yeah, okay. Let me just do one thing. Less the value. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. Grateful for the clarification and the details. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the next problem. So now, which was the yeah, apply two decorators on one function. So that we have already seen. Okay, that how two decorators can be applied on one function. Now let's see the next thing. Okay, guys, those who are sitting with systems with them. Okay, for you guys, I have a question. Okay, to practice. Now I'm surely going to solve that question. That is, but I want you guys to just solve this question. So I'm just writing the question. Make a decorator that converts the function output to uppercase. Okay. So guys, your question is make a decorator that converts function output to uppercase. Now let's do what? I will also start coding and you guys will also start it. Okay. And those who have coded it, you will share your code. And if not the code, then also you will say yes in the chat. Okay. So let's do. Now this is very easy problem, okay? And this is very easy. You can guys can easily do it. So I'm just creating my decorator to upper. I'm just taking a function as a parameter. Then I'll do what? I'll create the wrapper function. Okay. Now in the wrapper function, I'm not going to take any of the things because I know I'll just create a simple function, a simple normal function in which I'm going to apply the decorator. So because I know, so I'll not take anything. Then okay, this is the concept which I'm not going to write it, okay? Because if I'll write it, so maybe you guys can copy it. So I'll just directly do all the things, return wrapper, then at the rate to upper def message. Okay, now at this place there is one code which I'm going to write, but I'll not write it now. I want you guys to tell me that what should I write here. Anyone? Anyone who have solved this? Okay, no sir, please tell. Okay, I'll tell. I tell you guys, I just want that anyone who have something to come up with. Okay, Okay, one is there. AR Sailendra Vlogs. He's saying result dot upper. Okay, result dot upper. Bro, where is result? Dot upper. See, bro, you're correct. Text dot upper. Bhaskar Kumar is saying text dot upper. Okay. I don't know from where result and text is coming. Okay, guys. But dot upper, I now have understood. You guys have, okay. The concept is clear for you guys. You guys are applying dot upper method. So yes, upper method will be applied. But where the upper method will be applied, that is wrong. Result dot upper is also wrong. Text dot upper is also wrong. You have to apply the upper in the function call. Okay, so here will be your function call, that is func. Func is the function for now that is being passed as a parameter. Okay, so func dot upper. Okay, so upper is the string method which we are applying on the output of the func. Okay, then we are returning the wrapper, and let's just see the output. Hello world. Okay, all in uppercase. So okay, very good, Vaskar and Sailendra Vlogs, you guys have tried it, and you guys concepts are clear. That is the very important thing. Okay, but we have to apply on the function call. Okay, so basically on the func, that is okay. Very good. Okay, let's do what, let's see one more program. That is what we are going to do. We will write a decorator. Okay, to count, to count how many times a function is called. Okay, so let me write the question for you guys first. Write a decorator to count how many times function is called. Okay, now for this we need to create a decorator counter in which we'll pass func, a function, as a parameter, then the wrapper function. Okay, now before creating the wrapper function, guys, one more thing which we have to do here, that is we will take a variable called as count, and that variable will take it inside the counter function. Okay, not inside the wrapper, we'll take it inside the counter. Okay, and we'll assign 0 in it because initially we haven't called the function, so it will be 0. But when it will be when it will be called, means when the function will be called multiple time, so it will by default increase by 1. Okay, now one more concept which we are going to use, or one more keyword which we are going to use, is non-local. Okay, non-local count. Now why we are doing this? So because the count variable which we have created is basically is local to the counter, and we want to use this count inside the wrapper function. So then we have to mention that it is a non-local, means it is not, if we'll create without writing non-local, so then the count will be created and it will be local to the wrapper, but we want to use this count, so that's why we make it non-local. Then what we'll do, we'll increase 1, we'll increase count each time by 1. Then what we'll do, then simply we'll just write called, then we'll write the total count, and then we'll write the times, that how many times. So times. Okay, and now we'll just call our function func. Coming out of the wrapper function, we'll return the wrapper, and now it's time to apply this counter decorator on our function. So let's just write counter. Let's just create a function called as hello. Okay, it will do, it will print also hello only. And now let's just call it. So hello. So now you'll see called one time. Let me just do what? Again call it hello. called two times. Let's call it one more time. So called one time, two time, and now called three times. Now the number of times you will increase, you will call the hello, this count will be increased. Okay. So if I'll add one more hello, it will give you called four times, then the output hello. So this is how you can count the number of times a function is called using a decorator by creating a decorator. Okay. Okay. So guys, I have more questions, but I think that's it for today. Let's keep this much only for this live sessions about uh, Python decorators. We'll come up with more question practicing on Python decorators on the next live session. Okay. So that's it. Thank you everyone for joining the live session. I hope you guys are learning Python. You guys are practicing Python. You guys are solving problems using Python. Okay. And I hope you guys have learned something from today's live session. Thank you all for joining it. Okay. It was great interacting with you guys on the chat. Okay. And I feel so good that this many people are interested in learning Python. Okay. And you guys want to learn Python. That is the main important thing. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you in the next live session. Hopefully, it will be tomorrow. Okay. And I'll update you guys. I'll update you guys. Okay. Whenever the live session will be there. Okay, Subham. One. Yes, yes. Please go. Ask, ask, ask. Go ahead with the question, Subham. Okay, sell in the vlogs. Thank you, sir. Thank you, bro. Okay. Now, guys, please wait. There is one very interesting question by Suvam. Suvam is asking that how AI is going to affect overall coding journey. Okay. Okay, that is a very good question asked by Suvam to all the developers who just write programs, who just do coding. Okay. Okay, Bhaskar is saying, I really appreciate the time and energy you spend to share the Python knowledge. Okay, thank you, bro. Okay, now, Suvam, see, um, what should I say? See, I have not affected yet, but yeah, see, what is the thing now? Yes, it is true that the AI can do all the codings, okay, and these types of normal programs which we are seeing, these can be easily generated by any of the AI agents, okay. But the main thing is when you work on industry or when you work on a company. Okay. So main important thing is problem solving. Okay. Real time problems. You deal at that time when you work in a programming based company or so what happens, you at that time you just get the real time problems. Okay. So you can do the programming, but the main thing is that to solve the problems you have to think of the logic, and the logic is on with you. Because for solving each type of problem there are multiple ways, but what is the best way, okay, at that particular time, that is the main thing. Okay, now see the best way, if we have, if I'll just limit the time, see if I'll give you 20 days and I'll just give you a small program to write a program to just create a GUI, and I give you 20 days. So using Python you can just do it in 2 hours. Okay, but what if I'll give you only 5 minutes? So the thing is of the timings, okay? At what time you are coming up with what type of logic. And if you have come up with the logic, then you can go ahead and use AI to do programming, okay? But what if, tell me one more thing is there. If the code is generated by the AI, okay? And now if you have to verify that what is the efficiency of that code, okay? Because AI can also give the code in different ways. The same approach can be given in different ways. So which approach is the efficient one? How you will get it? So for that, you have to be the knowledge of that much, means how you will classify the time complexity. So that logic will be with you. And one more thing is, Suvam, that you have to always constantly evolve. Earlier there was 5 years back, people were not using that much Python. At that time there was JavaScript. Okay, at that time these two programming languages were in hype. Okay, but then recently in past uh, 3 to 4 years or 3 to 2.5 years, Python is now in come to play a role. Okay, so Python is in demand now. In now coming with now with coming generation, with coming time, in I think in coming future 2 3 years, what will happen? There will be some other programming language, or there could be some other technology. And nowadays, if you want to go ahead in any of the lines, so you can go ahead with AI agents. There are multiple AI agents in our channel. Also, we have I have also personally worked with multiple AI agents. So you can go ahead with that. Data science is there, data analysis is there. Go on that fields, because data is one thing that you can know the way of how to do data analysis, but you have to perform the data analysis with your own, because you cannot give the data to AI. Okay, because that AI is, if will pass the data to AI, and if the data is confidential, then so there is that case also. So I hope you have got your answer. Okay, one question is there from Gamer Sir, how the attendance will be done? Okay, attendance will be done. Attendance will be done if you guys are frequent on all the live sessions. So just like how Subham is frequent, so I just remember the name Subham only. So when it appears in the chat, I just know that okay, he's there. Then there is one more name, one Pandey as, okay. So I remember him also. And there are many names which I remember. Okay, when there is one Anirudh called. Okay, so I remember just the names. Okay, so that is the attendance for you guys. Okay, guys, that's the time. Okay, uh, I hope everything means every program is cleared and you guys will use it. Okay, so thanks for watching the live session. Thanks for joining. Okay.